So we're on our way to Denerim.
Yay, brother!
But we decide to go to some refugees along the way that are marked on the map, which should be a more time-sensitive location or event, but I guess the darkspawn will just wait for us to kill them until we arrive. How does that even work in a medieval world with a leather map?
You have been waylaid by...
But before we get there, we get attacked by a darkspawn bear called a Bariskarn. Finally, we get to the refugee section of the map, which becomes the abandoned Meadow, and it doesn't matter if the people there live or die, we just get pockets to pick or we don't. Or the repetitive voice acting from every NPC.
Oh, thank you, Maker. Thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you, Maker. Thank you, thank you.
Yay. But while we're so close, we decide to go to a map location called Battlefield, which we are taking a rather elaborate way around the country just to get there. I wonder who's driving this train. Didn't look like there was a mountain in front of us. We actually end up walking past Denerim. So the battlefield has 2 packs of wolves and a real bear. Okay. I guess we missed the battle. So we go back to Denerim.
You have been waylaid by...
So Wizard Colonel Campbell and his trainees are using the high ground to bombard some darkspawn with magic, and we stupidly walk into the middle of it.
I'm taking these apprentices to Redcliffe. The first enchanter says you need every able-bodied mage for the war. They're young, but capable enough, as you saw.
Well, that was helpful. And thanks for the localized earthquake. We're finally in Denerim. Chakwas seems to be doing a religious comedy routine, or she's just starving, which is an alright way of not taking itself too seriously, although we're not sure if she's playing it straight or she's joking. Personally, I like my religions with veal, bacon, and peas. Again, maybe she's just hungry. Talking about old women, what the heck is going on with Wynn? She is absolutely glowing. More like radiating blue energy fire. Is she having a hard time suppressing her spirit power? Maybe she's put on a cloak or something. We're not exactly being very stealthy in combat when you've got a radial light source chasing you around. We then come across not Alistair,
Brother!
and feminine non-female blacksmith guy. There's other silly things.
You turn your back on me? This is not over, Warden.
But we're mainly here to find Brother Genitivi's home. His servant grudgingly helps us out and tells us that Genitivi was staying at an inn at Lake Calenhad docks. Now we can go there and get ambushed by others, or we can coerce him into telling us what's up. Or we can try to open up Genitivi's bedroom, which prompts Wayland to attack us. Turns out Wayland was an imposter, with the real Wayland dead inside the bedroom. This is a pretty good setup and provides a variety of paths that all lead to the same conclusion. Something weird is going on here. All paths lead to the village of Haven. For an investigation into discovering Dragon Age's equivalent of the Holy Grail, subterfuge, imposters, and traps is a pretty good start. Minus the secret religious sect, that's a bit of a stretch. So we get to Haven.
Used for food preparation, perhaps? I'm just trying to be optimistic. The other explanation is slightly more disturbing.
That is human blood. I just do. I also know that no one can lose that much blood and live.
This village is not quite what it seems, is it?
At first glance, this appears that the people of Haven are cannibals, but in reality they're sacrificing people to the disciples of the Andraste cult, which they believe to be in the form of a dragon, and I guess they feed them dead people. I mean, why would they keep them in their houses? It's not too clear yet, and if they are none of these things, then why not just dig a hole and bury the body? Or put the body outside as meat and where it's cold? Either way, it seems as if the entire village, who are all cultists, are out to kill us because we found human remains in one of their houses, which is technically private property, essentially an RPG stable for us to go into said private property. This is kind of like the game telling us we're bad thieves for playing an RPG as we always have, or is the whole dead bodies thing we found causing this? We don't want to attack an entire village unless they're actual cannibals. That'd be kind of weird. I mean, aside from the village being private and defensive, it's a little unclear why we're under attack here, and I feel a bit odd just killing people because they're religious. We eventually find one of Earl Eamon's knights dead in a house. This is good because it tells us that people are on a quest very similar to the Grail, and they've been failing. It's kind of like a trail of breadcrumbs that we have to then do better than. So eventually we hit the chantry, find a crazy cultist leader, we kill him, A secret door then opens up where we find Brother Genitivi, who is injured and strangely still alive. Apparently the medallion around the cultist's neck was a key to the Urn of Sacred Ashes' location room thing, but you have to manipulate it, which only Genitivi knows how to do. If we agree to go with him, we're suddenly in an old frozen temple. If not, he goes back to Denerim. I'm not sure how he gets back since his leg is pretty broken, but it's fairly far away. If he stays, he just hangs out at the entrance to the temple, so that's at least reasonable. We then find the cult's leader, Father Colgrim, who is a raving lunatic who just wants to kill us, so we have to kill him. I don't know, I think having a dragon who believes it to be a god would be a pretty good ally against fighting the darkspawn archdemon. They'd be like, whoa, no, my god is a dragon, no, mine is, then, oh. But there's no indication he knows how to control the thing, so we just end up killing lots of drakes and dragonlings. We finally get to walk outside and encounter a cutscene of a high dragon.
Be cautious. A dragon such as this is better to avoid than engage.
So we kill it, and of course its body comes jam-packed with armor and weapons. That's just how dragons fly. We then encounter another ancient temple in the snow. That's 3 so far. I don't know, I think that's enough religion, temples, dragons, killing, and crazy people for one video.